I'm Shevah. We're going to start with a warm-up as usual, just shoulders and elbows, pulling in your stomach. 2 more of those, just rounding, and the other way. So don't worry, anytime I turn to the side, you just stay front. Shall I go? Good, let's do the whole arms back, nice and big. Two more, pull on your stomach. And the other way, breathing in, breathing out. Let's take it up, side to side, reaching as high as you can, pointing the toes. 4 more to each side. This is 1. Another 2. Good, and then side to side, rotating. Just look front as you do it. 2 more. Good, take both hands, stay in front. I'm just going around to the side. Open, and then back in front. Giving yourself a little hug. Ew. Tapping the shoulders. And we're going to take this a little higher and lower. So we're going to go down, and then up, and again, down, and up. 3, 2, 1. Good, and then take the hands behind, looking up, and then down for 2. And then just taking a circle with your hips. 4 more to the right. And then the other direction. Good, knee lifts. Right, left. Two more. Stay on your right and just take it out and in. Okay, try and keep the hip from turning with you. So we're just keeping it in. Stable. 2 more from out to in. And then we're going to go the other way. And again, try not to turn. Keeping everything in line in front. Lengthening through the back. Breathing out as you come up. 2 more. 1. Good, take a circle with your ankle. And then the other direction. And then just march right, left. And 2 more. Take your heels to your tush, standing on your right first. Pulling in through the shoulders, through the back, keeping your tummy in. Good, and then just bring your left foot up. We're going to reverse that and go circles. Other direction. And then opening out. Okay, so I'm just going to do it from the side a little bit. So to the left, up and out to the left. Again, trying to keep your hip not to turn, so keeping it front. 2 more of those. Last 1, and then take it in reverse. 2 more. On your toes, up and down. I'm going to adjust this slightly so you can see a little bit more of my toes. There we go, up and down and just from the side. Going up. 4 more. We're just going to have a bit of a side bend here, so you're going to just bend your knees for a second, go up and down, just a couple of times. And then hold that, have your hands behind your neck, and then just bend to the side, and then the other side. Pulling in your tummy, try and keep your knees in the direction of your toes, side to side. 1 more. Good, bring them in. And we're just going to roll down. I'm going to do it facing the mat. Rolling all the way. Keep your knees nice and soft. You're trying to open out through your spine as far as you can go. Put the weight in the middle of your foot, so not toes and not heel. Both. Coming up again. And up. 2 more. Keep going with that. Last one, I'm just going to change the angle a little. Sorry that I'm playing with the camera. And again, we're going to roll down. So this time, put your hands to the floor and sit your tush back. I'm just going to face you for a second. I'm going wide with my legs here. Okay? And just drop your tush down as much as you can. If you feel like you're falling back or if your knees hurt you, then keep your tush up just a bit. Place your knees on the floor and this is in a 4 position. Hands and knees, or and toes, 6 really. Up and down with your back rounding. A few more. Pulling in your tummy. 1 more. Good. We're just going to make a circle with all the hips and then back and the other way. Good. I'm going to come a little bit more forwards on the mat and we're just going to do the opposite hand and leg. So I'm going to take my right hand and my left leg. So left leg goes out, right hand goes out, hold it. And then the other side. Left hand, right knee. And again, just do yours if it's not the same direction. Now when you're doing this, keep going right. You want to make sure that your hip is not turned to the side. You want to keep it nice and level. The more you turn to the side, the more you're likely actually to fall to the side. So, again, right, sorry if you're on the other side, I'm pointing my toes on my left just to grab the mat. Again, you can do this without any equipment, any shoes. 1 more each side and then we're going to grab that band. Good. And then sitting back all the way. Just open your knees slightly so to give yourself some room. And sitting back. And today I'm going to start lying down on my stomach. So, as I said before, if you don't have a band, you can use a t-shirt or leggings or whatever you have that's at home that's lycra. So I will do all examples here. So just take my mat, lying down on your stomach. I'm going to start with a little bit of back work with what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is have the band, again I'll use for sake, if you don't have a band at home, just so you get the idea, with my leggings here. And again you can use the top, make sure it's long. I'm going to put it in front of me on the floor. And then I'm just going to bring my chest up and bring my chin in and come down. I'm going to move my hands so you can see what I'm doing. Just your chest comes up, your chin not in towards your neck, but throat. So the back of your head is nice and long. And down and again, 2 more. Breathing in. So we're getting an extension through our back. And last one. Now, I'm going to take the band at this point, or the leggings. If you've got leggings, separate, or a t-shirt, separate the sides so you've got a bit more room. So I'm going to grab with my right hand and go to my left and come down. Again, up, looking back, and down. So band would look like this. Up, pulling the band. Obviously you're going to get a little bit more resistance depending on what your band is. And if you've got a lot of leeway with whatever leggings or whatever you're using, you could make it tighter, like double it up. Depends on if you can get your hand down there. 2 more. So I've got my right hand in front and the left hand going straight ahead. Good. We're gonna leave that there and go back. Sitting back. And this time we're just gonna take your tush to the side instead of straight back. So we're just gonna take it to the side and lean to the right. So left tush goes to the left, 2 hands to the right, and then coming back, and we're going to do the other side. So my left hand is straight ahead, and my right hand is pulling back. Okay, so it goes back and to the side. Keep going. So if I was down like this, lying on the mat, 4 more. 4, 3, 2. I'm just bringing my chest up just a bit. Again, I'll do it without my hand here just so you can see what I'm doing. 1 more, looking slightly to the side. And then again, coming up. We're going to do a push-up. We're going to use this as resistance. You can do it without. So what I will do now is just take it behind my back, and for view's sake, I'm going to use the band because it's just a little bit more colourful, and you can see what I'm doing. So you would split the leggings, have them on either side, putting my hands underneath my shoulders. I'm going to do a knee version. If you want to do toes, go for it. My hands are underneath my shoulders. My elbows are going back in the direction my hands are. So if I want to do it a little bit more in, whatever I do, you want either my hands are here, my elbows are there. My hands are here, my elbows are there. Okay? So using your tricep muscles and your chest and your... Let me know if I can. Sherry's talking to me, I pressed her by mistake. We're going to do 4 more here, okay? With your tush, make sure it's not back. You're not doing this. Your body weight, your chest is over between your hands as you come down. You want to do the full version, go for it. If it's too hard with the band, do it without. We're going to do 2 more. And if you need to, make a fist if it's not good. So just resist you on the way up. Okay, we're going to go to the side here. And then take the band in front. So we're going to do a plank. And again, I'm just going to keep using this because of view purposes. It's easier to see. I'll use my other top. I'm going to go up. You can use your knee here or go straight and just open the band and then sit back down. Up, open, and sit back down. And again, if I was using a top, let's say, okay, so I'll just wrap it around a bit, and I'm pulling. Just make sure you don't kill your top. Up, An easier version would just be on my knees too. And if I want to, on my elbow. Open. And again, for view purposes, I'm going back to bed. 4 more. I'm going to go back to the version that I want to do. And down, breathing out. And down. One more. Stay, hold it for 10. Bring your knee down and sit. And just plant the top knee over the bottom. Now, in this point, I'm going to lie down actually, and if you want a pillow, this is the time to use it, which I'm going to just grab mine. If you want without, no problemo. So, we have the top knee over the other one, and what we're going to do is just kick it, bend your knee, bring it up, extend both legs, bring it down, and then bring it back in. And again, up, both legs straight, heel flex, and bring it in. I'm going to use my top hand here to roll forwards, and up, knee, extend both, point, then in the air I'm going to flex, bring it back down, bending both knees, and 4 more. Up, point, flex, heel to heel, and down. Breathing in, breathing out, point, flex, and down. 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out, flex, and down. So you're going to feel this as you go up in your thigh, as you extend, getting a stretch and working through the glutes, the gluteus medius, the hip. Stay here and then just roll one leg on top of the other. From here, I'm going to use a band around both legs and tie a knot over my knees. You can do it without the band, and the same thing you would do with your leggings. Just make a knot, okay, around your top of your knees. So our knees were bent. Now I'm going to do a slightly harder version, which is straight out here. If you want an easier version, you can straighten your legs here or just keep them slightly bent. We're going to take that top leg, keep it up in the air, don't roll your hip back, and use the bottom hand to lift and lift the inner thigh. So as the leg comes down, we've just got a bit more pull on your hip, and as the leg comes up, we're working that inner thigh. Go to 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and then down, and then we're just going to go to that top leg and lift it up, and then lift the bottom leg and down. So it's up, up, and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Just rolling onto your back. We'll get to the other side in a minute. We're just going to do a little bit of ab work, so you can keep the band there. So for the moment, just keep the knees bent, hands behind your head, and when I say that, it's head and neck. Just grabbing, push your head back into your hands and come up into a normal sit-up. If you feel any back pain, drop your legs and make sure you're not doing this, okay? So you're coming up from your back, from your stomach and not from your back, as high as you can without actually pushing from other areas. 4 more, and if you want harder, you extend your feet or have them even harder out. Now, we've got the band here, so I want the width of the band. Okay, so I'll just do it to you for a second. You want to push out with those legs against the band the whole time. So 4, 3, I'm just going to put my hand here so you can see my neck in line with my head, pushing back that my chin isn't here. There's a bit of space between my chin and my neck. 1 more. Good. And then hug your knees in and down. We're going to go to what they call a bicycle. So it's going to be your right shoulder to your hip on the opposite side. So I'm going to extend my right leg, keep my left leg in. Now this is where you're going to feel a little bit of the leg working because of the band. I'm going to take my right shoulder and push it towards my left. I'm coming up into a sit-up and extend the other way. So pushing. You can make it even harder by putting this band around your feet and extending it that way, or with your clothes, just be careful. Okay, and if you want an easier version, keep going, 4 more on each side. You can put the feet down all together and just do side to side, keeping those knees apart. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And rocking side to side. We're going to do a little hip bridge here. So rolling, I'm just moving my hands so you can see. Roll the hip back. Keep the knees apart, so don't let them come in together. Keep them apart and rolling through your back and working the tush, lower back and hamstring muscles, and rolling back down. So what I'm trying to achieve here, besides actually working my tush, is motion through my back, learning to round, and so you can put your hand behind, so you're arching your back here, so I can have that space, and then I'm flattening, but not pushing my back, I'm rolling through my hip, and then down. You can have your hands here. I just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. And then looking forwards, coming from my upper back and down. Try to keep those knees apart the whole time. Don't let them come in together. You're pushing against the band. And down. And 2 more. And last one. We're going to do the exact same thing on our hands. So coming up and extending. So this time I'm going to do less of the roll and more straight down, straight up. If you want, you can extend your feet, but again, you want to keep that band pushing out. So I'm going to do the middle version here. And if you want to keep lying down instead of being on your hands, go for it. Just what we did before. 3 more. 2. Last one. Good, and come back down. So here, we're going to just do a little bit of a roll backwards and forwards. If you don't want to roll, you can just stay in a stretch here. Keep your hands on your shins or your ankles. You're going to bring this time your knees together. Your head is a little bit away from your knees, and you're going to roll back, not touching with your feet, your neck or your head. So your shoulder, upper back, and just keep rolling backwards and forwards depending on your floor and what mat you're using. This is just going to give you a bit of a stretch, using your abdominals to stop you touching the floor. We're just going to do 2 more. Last one. Good. We've done it. Extend the feet, take it forwards, reaching up, and then we're just going to have a little twist, facing forwards. So you're left hand to your right side and turn. And then the other way. So just take the pillow with you. We're going to go to the other side. We're going to reverse the things we did on the side here. So we're going to start. Just make sure the band or whatever it is you're using is tight enough. We're going to start with up, up, and down. So again, if the 45-degree angle is a bit too hard for you, you can A, bend your knees, or B, just extend them straight. The further out you go onto the side, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. Using not only your inner thigh, outer thigh, but also with some obliques. I'm just using a fist here for the comfortability of my wrist, but you can put your wrist down. So 4 more, up, up, and down, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to keep the top leg up and just use that bottom leg going up. And 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, give yourself a little hug, and as you're doing that, open the band. Or tights. And once you've got it open, we're going to go into that position where your knee is bent. Just have the band on the floor in front of you for a minute. So knee, top knee up, bottom knee bent. You're going to extend up with the knee towards the ceiling. Try and open out your hip without rolling back. Extend your toes, come down, and roll it in again. So up, extend, heels come, flex, and in, knee unfolding as the exercise goes. Flex, bend in, and again, point, point, flex at the top, down, 2 more, point, flex, and 1 more, point, flex, and down. We're going to go to the plank on the side. So again, easier version, just on the hip, on your elbow, opening, and then down. Extended version, you can have 1 knee or both. Using that bottom hand under the shoulder, drop the hip, lift up. Drop the hip, lift up. I'm going to go back to the t-shirt as an example, just using a little bit. Try to get out and down. Pulling out and down. 3 more. I'm going to do some stretches. 2. And last one. Sitting down. I'm going to take, still in this sort of position, right foot bent in front, left knee bent behind. And again, this time I'm going to come up and use my hip forwards, leaning back. So I'll do it from the side. Right foot forwards, leaning back. And what I'm doing is opening out the hip flexor. Hold that. And again, I'm doing quick stretches. Ideally, hold them 20 to 30 seconds, if that. Sitting down, bring your left foot in front. So just make sure it's straight in front of you, using the band around your foot. Pull towards you and then lean from your hip. So not rounding my back and getting closer. I'm keeping my back straight, and that's more the point to the band. I'm pulling the band in and leaning from my hip flexor. Straightening through the back, getting a stretch under the leg. Now, if this is easy for you, go forwards more. Lengthening through the back of your neck as you do it. Great. I'm just going to give that right leg over and give it a little hug. Okay, so just pull it in a little bit. And you're going to try and, if you don't feel the stretch, which is through your hip, you just want to take your heel away from your thigh a little bit more and in towards the opposite shoulder. So my right knee to my left shoulder. And then what you're going to do is bend the right knee back behind you and bend the left knee in front, using the left hand reaching up. And again, I'll go from the side. So this is the right, up, holding it, keep going. And then down, and bringing that right foot forwards, moving the left slightly out of the way so it's directly in front of me. Band around the foot, pulling, leaning forwards, and again, side. So sitting not on my tailbone, lifting up and forwards, using the band to help me straighten and stretch. If you happen to be straight all the way, that's fine. Not this. Okay? So 5 more seconds here. Lengthening through that neck. And then again, we're going to use the left foot. Put it towards my right hip and away from the thigh as much as I can, using my left hand to help me feel the hip stretching out. Just go in a cross-legged position or whatever's comfortable for you. Take a breath in. Up, tall, open the chest. So the hands are behind. Bring it forwards all the way down. Let that back relax.